good morning, and welcome to Mahala Monday. Absolutely brilliant to have you with us. It is Monday. My name is Dougal. Good morning, and yes, Rhoda, everybody.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mahala Monday on a cold and rainy Monday morning in Cape Town.
It certainly is. It certainly is. But we trust you are well. Now, as you know, of course, we would like to ask you to like and subscribe and hit the bell and do all of that, and most importantly, share the show. And as we all know, it is Youth Month. It is June. It is June, and we've got Youth Day just around the corner. That is a couple of days away now. How many? 3 sleeps?
Oh,
2 sleeps,
so.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of us don't sleep that much. But be as it may, it is coming, and of course, one of the hot topics that we've been talking about over the last while is opportunities for the youth,
So
and specifically when it comes to employment.
Oh, yeah.
Now, just to remind you, the other day we had a show which was absolutely fabulous, as they all are. And once again, we welcome your interaction with us, so your comments and questions. We're looking forward to that. And then we had a show where we asked, are there people who's doing something proactively as well, and doing something specific, especially when it comes to creating opportunities for the youth to be employed? Now, what can I say?
Oh, yeah.
It's been answered.
It's been answered, definitely. And you know, we're discussing youth today, and which is very important, especially at unemployment at the moment.
Yeah.
And this is one of the discussions we had as well regarding the unemployment of our youth right now. So this is why we got the experts in today as well, to be able to assist our youth.
Yeah, and one of the things that's very important, it is the kind of conversation that should be just a conversation every day amongst all of us. We should be having this, because as soon as that narrative goes forward, that is where action takes place.
Yes.
But without further ado, let's get straight into it, because it is a big topic. It is a hot potato. It is something we all want to talk about, and I'm sure you've got questions and comments. So once again, the details to be engaging with us is at the bottom of your screen. So the South African Youth Partner Network. Now, this is a free national network of partners that links business to a pool of young talent, which is a collaboration between civil society, government as well, corporates. This is how it all happens. Now, of course, Harambee Youth Accelerator is behind this. And and I must just say, this is a presidential youth employment intervention. This is what it is. So Harambee Youth Accelerator is behind this as well. Now, joining us is Arif Samodin, who's got all the answers, and he'll be joining us. Arif, thank you so much for your time. Welcome to Mahala Monday. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, Dougal, and good morning, Rhoda. I am good. I'm just cold, like you said, on the Monday morning in Cape Town.
That's absolutely brilliant. Listen, before we get into it, I actually want to ask you this. When we talk youth, can you define for us, just in simple terms, what is youth? What is the young? What, in terms of employment, how do we look at, how do we define that?
Okay, so in general, the youth age group of South Africa is 18 to 34. What we are looking at is the youth workforce group, the youth age group in South Africa is 15 to 34.
Okay.
But the workforce group is 18, because 18 being the legal age of work, 18 up until 34. So,
okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right. I was always confused. I always so I'm like a youth still. Don't laugh.
You do look youthful.
Thank you, sir.
So let's get straight into it. So what is SA Youth, and basically at this point, how do the young people join this network?
So yeah, like Dougal mentioned, it is the presidential youth employment intervention where public, private, and civil society came together to give opportunities to the youth of South Africa, and that being learning opportunities and earning opportunities that they can access on the sayouth.mobi platform by simply using their smartphones, or going to the library and using that 40 minutes that they get free at the library and browse the SA Youth site.
Yeah. It sounds exciting, and we're going to get into that, how people would get in touch. But now quickly, because we know there's like you with Harambee, so I just wanted to be very clear. What exactly is your role? What is it that you do?
Okay, so Harambee is in the background that is pushing the SA Youth platform. So on my side, I am a team leader in the Western Cape office, and we look at the community partnership space, where we look at community-based organizations to also join the platform, because we understand that they have opportunities, and what we call them is opportunity holders, whether it be voluntary opportunities, or whether it be some learning opportunities like workshops for youth to access, um, job readiness workshops, etc. Everything that gives youth an opportunity to learn something or earn something, that is where we come in and get those organizations onto the platform.
Okay. Now, I want to get into it because who's now eligible to join this platform? Who can join this network?
So the network is open to youth between the ages of 18 and 34, for opportunities, learning opportunities and earning opportunities. However, if you are older than 34, you are able to also access the platform.
Okay.
You might not be able to get all the opportunities, the job opportunities available, but you can have access to the learning opportunities, such as the interview preparation, the CV building content, and so on and so forth. Because I mean that I'm going to say the HR world, that is constantly changing, and you need to teach your old dog some new tricks. So yeah, it's just so that everyone is clued up on what's happening in the environment of getting an opportunity.
Yeah.
Wow. So just sorry. So for me, just listening to you now, there's quite a bit information exactly there on what's happening and what's trending. It's just not basically going on there and saying, okay, I'm looking for work, I'm looking for an opportunity as such, but it's also educating you on exactly the way forward on how to actually be able to get a job or even start your own business at that point. Am I correct? Workshops.
That's correct. So yeah, there's a few barriers that we basically broke down. One of it being the data costs, because it is a data-free site, a zero-rated site, so you can access it by using your smartphone, and it won't cost you any data. And then also another barrier that we're breaking down is the cost barrier for youth, because you need to you need to print your CVs, you need to go out and drop those CVs. So in the comfort of your own home, you can actually search for a job, apply for that opportunity, and be contacted right there using your cell phone, without having to print any CV and going to the place itself.
So just to be clear, the sayouth.mobi site, that platform is completely data free.
It's completely data free, yes.
Okay.
So all you need to do is just go onto your Google browser, type in sayouth.mobi, and you are ready to start your journey of either becoming an entrepreneur if you're looking for that content, or getting opportunities, learning or earning opportunities.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I like the way that you use the word opportunities, because it is it is it is a chance. It's an opportunity to do something, and of course there'll be lots. But we're going to get into that. What kind of information and support will people now find on the platform? So there I am, data free. I've logged onto the website. So yeah, I am the first time on it. What will I be looking at?
So as I mentioned earlier, you can have access to learning content, and that is from a Google, an Excel course that you can do on there. Interview preparation, CV building, and the biggest push for us, because we do understand there's not enough jobs across South Africa, is the hustle content that we have available, where people can start their own hustle. Because some people are not meant to be employees, but they're meant to be an employer.
Yeah.
So you can access that information on how to start financial literacy, how to budget properly when it comes to your business. All of those content is available on the SA Youth platform.
And just
besides the job opportunities.
And just to be clear, when we say hustle content, we're talking now entrepreneurship, aren't we?
Yeah. We just had to keep something that is catchy with the youth.
I was gonna say yes. Hustle.
So yeah, the hustle content is your platform for entrepreneurs to access information.
Wow.
And it's so funny, I'm listening to you now. One of the words also that I know used to be scuttle, which is like, you know, the Afrikaans side, you need to scuttle, hustle. So those that's listening out there, that's exactly the same. Muscle scuttle, you know what, you want to start something, you need to basically be that entrepreneur.
Now, once people are on, have registered and all of this, and in terms of this, I mean, we're looking at sort of making people, creating a better opportunity for people when they actually apply for a job, because it is like simple things like soft skills, like what you do in an interview, CV prep, and all sort of all of those kind of aids and assistance that is required. In your experience, people who have done this, obviously, I mean, you must hear a lot of positive stories.
Yes, there's a lot of positive stories. We are seeking some more positive stories though, because we do have a network of over 2 million users on this platform,
What?
active users on the
Wow.
platform. Yeah. And like a few of the positive stories come, well, the biggest project that we had was the Department of Basic Education, which ran nationally, and they were looking for over 300,000. They were looking for over 300,000 school teachers assistants and general assistants, and with that project being our biggest project, we
Wow.
were able to fulfill all 300,000
Wow,
opportunities. Yeah,
What? Oh,
that is
yeah.
outstanding.
wow. Could you just kind of define what is a teacher's assistant or general assistant?
So there were various primary schools and high schools that were looking for assistance with like teaching, where people could apply and they were able to basically, help the teachers out during, because we know COVID, and that was there was people that needed some extra classes or extra assistance, and those school assistants or teachers assistants were able to assist the teachers, besides the curriculum that they had to run.
Oh,
Sure.
wow.
And we're
That's
talking
brilliant.
300,000. I mean,
Phew.
that is now 300,000 jobs, opportunities, whatever we call
Yeah,
it. That is what has happened.
that's correct. Yes.
Oh, now that is brilliant. Now, when we look at those kind of numbers, when you said 2 million, these are people that have accessed the sayouth.mobi site. These are 2
That's
million in excess of 2 million people that have now looked for opportunities.
Wow.
that's correct. And just to bring forward in the time frame, the SA Youth platform was launched in 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
So I mean we're in 2022 right now, and yeah, it's gaining some traction, but we would love more people to be part of this platform so that they know there is opportunities available that they can access, and it is data free, which sets us aside from other
Exactly.
job portals.
I'm loving
No,
the
this
data
is,
free.
I like that. I like that in terms of the opportunities.
Yeah,
Listen,
I mean, with the price of petrol, we need something that's
Ooh,
free.
I'm telling you.
and, you know,
And just listening to that also, I mean, the youth out there, I think if they don't have a cell phone, then, I mean, they obviously, for them, I don't think there's any youth actually that doesn't have a cell phone out there.
yeah. Except me. I'm using it. Yeah.
So if you don't have a cell phone, make use of your library, because you do have
Oh,
access
yeah.
to 40 minutes free. So go to your local library and use that 40 minutes effectively by
Wow.
joining the SA Youth platform. It doesn't take you more than 5 minutes to register a profile.
Register.
So then you still have 35 minutes to actually scroll down and look at some content. And if you run out of the 40 minutes, then come back the following day to the library and, you know, be active in improving yourself.
This is, do you know what? This is, I mean, just going back to that number of 300,000, I mean, that is definitely commendable because
Oh, yeah.
we know the numbers and the percentage. We know what the numbers are.
Yeah.
They're vast, they're big.
Exactly.
And there needs to be proper intervention. But the intervention is not just one-sided. It is also a case of you need to put your hand up and say, all right, let's go.
Let's
Because
do
this
this.
is extra
That's
on
correct.
top of what you're doing already. And that is the important thing. This is in addition to, Rhoda, isn't it?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Yeah. So we got a lot of questions for you, man, because the more we go on, it just goes really great. But now, one of the technical questions, I think it is technical because we're talking youth here, but just for clarity, is the SA Youth Platform then only for young people looking for full-time employment? I want to ask you that. And does it have anything for youth, short-term work, and the hustlers? So is it just now for young people? Is it just people in that age bracket?
Yes, the 18 to 34. Like I said, will have access to the opportunities, and it's not just your normal work opportunities. There are some voluntary opportunities and short-term opportunities available. It depends on what the client on the other end is putting up on the platform, and that is for youth to actually go and check every single day what opportunities are made available close to where I live on this platform, so that I can have access and grow my experience as well. Because we know that when you apply for an opportunity, they're looking for work experience. But if you are straight out of matric or you're straight out of studying and you don't have that work experience, look on the portal if there are some voluntary opportunities where you can build your CV, so that when you do find your dream job, you are able to apply for that job because you have the necessary work experience by the small voluntary and part-time jobs that you have accessed on the portal.
I'm just listening to this and I'm already thinking, I mean, you find a lot of youth and young adults leaving school, and unfortunately a lot of them really don't know what to do once they're done. So obviously to find themselves, I'm just thinking now, which is a brilliant platform to kind of look at these opportunities and then volunteering at these different places basically, and then kind of trying to figure yourself out. That's how I'm seeing this. And then I just want to find out, because we're talking about opportunities, who's creating these opportunities, where are these opportunities coming from?
So we do work with various stakeholders, as I mentioned, in the private, civil and public society. But there's opportunities in our communities as well, from our community-based organizations. And if you live in the community and there is a community-based organization close to where you live, you're not going to be spending any money on transport. So go to your local community-based organizations and find out if there are opportunities available that you can maybe volunteer, or maybe they have some, maybe they're actually looking for an administrator and you just happen to walk in there. And it's another way that you can access the employment field. So on the business side of things, we do have corporates from your call centers, your financial institutions, your your hospitality and retail sectors. So there's basically businesses in all sectors that are on board on the SA Youth platform.
And that is absolutely fantastic. And just to be clear, so I register on the site. This is what I do. I go to Google, blah, 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 blah. You got all my details. I revisit the site on a regular basis to see what specific opportunities are available in my geographical area. Unless I now want to pack a bag and go somewhere else, that's a whole different story. And these opportunities would change, because today she's now joined you and she's got opportunities, let's say for 2 or 10 or 100 people, and it gets filled, and tomorrow she comes back with different opportunities. So it is constantly evolving. So if there's constantly something will be different.
That's correct, and that's why we encourage youth to log on regularly, not just when they see a big opportunity and they are like, oh no, it's a major corporate, let me go on to SA Youth, and then half of the time they actually forgot their password, then they're struggling with logging on. So then sometimes they actually miss that opportunity because they were unable to retrieve their password in time. But if you constantly log in on, chances are you're not going to forget your password, you're not going to forget your username. So then you can basically, search I mean, go on twice a week. What we encourage people to do, but if you can, every day try and see what opportunities there are available.
Now you got to. You know what? We got some comments that were coming in, so just want to say thanks to Anthony Bota who put out one there who said earlier, you know, you just got to get it out to everybody. We got to make sure all the youth know about this platform. And also speaking to exactly to what you said, Ellen Morter just said, you know, getting that sort of work experience out there will make things a lot easier, and it kind of gets you work ready as well. But it is a case of having that opportunity. I mean, there's been lots of success already. I mean, if you're looking at the assistant teacher project, if I can call it that, I think that is just for 300,000. Those are serious numbers.
Brilliant.
Those are serious numbers. I want to ask you what is next, but I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to.
Let's not.
It sounds like there's some exciting things coming, of course.
What is next is for youth to actually go onto the platform and see for themselves what is coming out next.
Yeah.
I actually want to add on to that, Arif, exactly that. You know what? Our youth is constantly telling us out there, when we're chatting to them, and they're always saying, oh, but there's no opportunities. Oh, no, this. And they're complaining all the time. And look at this. This is a platform exactly to actually get that experience. And just adding to what Ellen said as well is the fact that if youth out there actually don't take this opportunity to get experience, and it does mean sometimes that you're actually not going to get paid. It's going to be voluntary work. But the experience you gain, having to add that to your CV, I mean, wow, this is like a no-brainer for me. Yeah. So the youth out there, listen, go onto the site, and you know what, get registered and get the experience.
And in terms of the corporate world or businesses and organizations, it is equally important to get in touch with the SA Youth Partner Network as well, because it's got to go both ways. Because if you have that opportunities, here is a way for it to be accessed, for your information to get out. So it kind of goes both ways.
Exactly.
And I mean, I'm sure people are standing queue, Arif.
Unfortunately, our offices are closed for youth to visit, but they can actually contact us on a toll-free number. So that's another barrier we broke down.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, if you have a cell phone, or if you have if you can call from anywhere, you can contact us on 0800 72 72 72. Wow. If you are confused, if you look on your dial pad, you'll see 7 and 2 is SA. So SA 3 times, 0800 72 72 72. Between 9 o'clock and 4:30, Monday to Friday, they can contact us.
Lovely.
So that is it. And of course, people can just visit the website as well, which is www.sayouth.org.za. As easy as that.
That's correct.
Yeah, and then they can go onto the movie site. I tell you what, I'm questioned out, man. I'm questioned out, but I must say, in terms of the general thing, because this is something we've been very vocal about as well, is that opportunities. But the thing is that we want to see an effort being made, and especially also effort being made from government side.
Exactly.
And I know you're not a government representative, but this is certainly the thing, because this is in partnership with it. You are definitely making a serious effort, and that's all your person want to see. You want to see that these efforts are being made, and then very important is likewise the youth to take up these opportunities.
You need to take it up, definitely.
So the argument goes both ways, really. In far as that. Arif, Samuddin, what can I say, man? It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Any closing thoughts? Anything you would like to add?
Thank you very much, guys. So, yeah, because you guys also mentioned it is Youth Day coming up on Thursday, the 16th of June. We will be working on that day. We will be in various communities as well, representing SA Youth. So for those of you that see us, come forward, ask us questions, how to get in touch if you missed out any information, or basically just contact our service guides on 0800 72 72 72. They will also be available to assist you with registration. If you forgot your password, they'll be able to retrieve your password for you so that you can have access to your profile. As I mentioned, register for you, and also give you some tips on how to find opportunities, where are opportunities available, and how to guide you on starting your own business.
Yeah. And that is super important, that whole starting. You see, every time you say start business, this one smiles.
I
Did you
smile.
See that?
I see, I see.
I love it. I love entrepreneurs.
You have any questions still, Rhoda?
I think I'm questioned out. I think probably at this stage there's so much I'd love to say, and I'm just extremely excited for the fact that this platform is out there for our youth, and I want to thank you for the opportunities. And this is again a good example of collaboration, how you all came together. And you know what, people is always asking, what's government doing, what's the community, what are you, the corporates doing, what is people doing out there? And the fact that you collaborated with government to create these opportunities for our youth, I mean, it's commendable. Well done.
No, it really is.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you very much for giving us the platform also to also share this with the communities that you guys are reaching.
Oh yeah, we need to get it out there.
Absolutely excellent. Arif, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for coming on to Mahala Monday. We wish you all the best, and well done on everything so far, and long may you just do the amazing things that you do. So thank you very much for that. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Keep well.
Bye.
Cheers. That is Arif Samodin, of course, with SA Youth Partner Network, and it is super important that you got to register for, because Rhoda, this is normally our conversation, you know.
Oh yeah.
What's being done? And we had to go look up and to see what is being done as well. And this is the important thing. It is the kind of conversation you just got to have with everybody around. The opportunities are there.
Exactly.
The more we talk about it, the more we'll know where to find it. This is important.
And you know what, Dougal, I'm always looking at the Cape Flats as such, as a whole. There's always the talk of no opportunities out there, and thinking because the circumstances, they kind of feel that the circumstances creates them, that they will be impoverished, they will live like that in the gangster towns, in living with drugs and murder and rape. You know what? Opportunities are out there to make a change in your life, to be able to go on these platforms and say, you know what, I can make a difference in my life. I can go and find an opportunity. I can go and find a job, or even just entrepreneur. How do I start a business? So your circumstances does not make you who you are today. You got these opportunities, exactly this. I mean, mobile data, you basically have data-free Mobi, and then on top of it is a toll-free number, so you're not paying for it.
Yeah. And that is super important. So you got to grab the opportunity. It is absolutely pointless, and this is a very important thought, and it really is it's something I feel very strongly about. We cannot complain about the lack of opportunities, but when they do exist, we got to seize them. We got to seize them. When we do fully commit and seize opportunities that are available, more opportunities will transpire. This is the thing. But if stuff is just happening in the background, nobody knows about it, then it's difficult for that sort of norm or platforms to accelerate for other businesses and other organizations to come to the party. And at least here's an opportunity, and there's so much that can be taken from this, and that is huge. That is bigly a positive in a way. So I just made a word, bigly. See, opportunity, baby. Yeah. So the important thing is, of course, as you know, it is a Youth Month, and coming out over the next couple of weeks, and especially for this month, we are definitely going to focus on that a little bit more, because we're going to be talking a little bit more in details about opportunities with careers, and also how that transpires into tertiary institutions. So next week, you don't want to miss that, because that is what we're going to doing. We'll be talking about. And of course, throughout the month of June, we'll talk more about opportunities. We are committed to make sure that we present you with that information and opportunities. We cannot just talk the talk. We certainly got to have that in essence as well. And that is what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks. So another great thing for you is actually to go back and go check out some of the shows we've done, because we are certainly committed to do exactly that, to make sure there's more opportunities for you. So definitely go have a look at some of the shows we've done. So next week, we're talking more about careers and all of that, the different options that is available. So that's going to be quite interesting as well.
Definitely. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. And don't forget, you need to share this video and go and like and share and like and share.
Yeah, no, definitely do
Don't forget
that.
to hit the bell.
Help us help you. That's what it's all about. So once again, thank you very much to Arif Samudin, who joined us here this morning, of course, with some wonderful insights. And once again, well done to everybody involved with the South African partner. It's a youth partner network, of course, creating those opportunities for you. So thank you to Arif's time. Thank you for the questions and comments that came along. Absolutely much appreciated. And as Rhoda said, like and share this. That's it.
That's it. Bye.
Cheers, everybody.